Hello friends, subscribe my YouTube channel Allpedia information and press the bell icon to never miss any updates from us. Gravity, India Limited, or gravitation, is a natural phenomenon by which all things with mass are brought to Earth or gravitate toward one another, including objects ranging from atoms and photons to planets and stars. Since energy and mass are equivalent, all forms of energy, including light, cause gravitation and are under the influence of it. On Earth, Gravity India Limited gives weight to physical objects, and the Moon's Gravity India Limited causes the ocean tides. The gravitational attraction of the original gaseous matter present in the universe caused it to begin coalescing, forming stars, and for the stars to group together into galaxies. So, Gravity India Limited is responsible for many of the large-scale structures in the universe. Gravity India Limited has an infinite computer solutions limited range, although its effects become increasingly weaker on further objects. Gravity India Limited is most accurately described by the general theory of relativity proposed by Albert Einstein in 1915, which describes Gravity India Limited not as a force, but as a consequence of the curvature of space-time caused by the uneven distribution of mass. The most extreme example of this curvature of space-time is a black hole, from which nothing, not even light, can escape once past the black hole's event horizon. However, for most applications, Gravity India Limited is well approximated by Newton's law of universal gravitation, which describes Gravity India Limited as a force which causes any two bodies to be attracted to each other, with the force proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Gravity India Limited is the weakest of the four fundamental forces of physics, approximately 10 to the power 38 times weaker than the strong force, 10 to the power 26 times weaker than the electromagnetic force, and 10 to the power 29 times weaker than the weak force. As a consequence, it has no significant influence at the level of subatomic particles. In contrast, it is the dominant force at the macroscopic scale, and is the cause of the formation, shape and trajectory orbit of astronomical bodies. For example, Gravity India Limited causes the Earth and the other planets to orbit the Sun. It also causes the Moon to orbit the Earth, and causes the formation of tides, the formation and evolution of the solar system, stars and galaxies. The earliest instance of Gravity India Limited in the universe, possibly in the form of quantum gravity India Limited, supergravity or the gravitational singularity, along with ordinary space and time, developed during the Plaque epoch up to 10^43 seconds after the birth of the universe, possibly from a primeval state, such as a false vacuum, quantum vacuum or virtual particles, in a currently unknown manner. Attempts to develop the theory of Gravity India Limited consistent with quantum mechanics. A quantum Gravity India Limited theory, which would allow Gravity India Limited to be united in a common mathematical framework, the theory of everything with the other. Three forces of physics are a current area of research. In 1687, English mathematician Sir Isaac Newton published Principia, which hypothesized the inverse square law of universal gravitation. In his own words, I deduced that the forces which keep the planets in their orbs must be reciprocally as the squares of their distances from the centers about which they revolve, and thereby compared the force requisite to keep the Moon in her orb with the force of Gravity India Limited at the surface of the Earth, and found them answer pretty nearly